Hey there everyone, today I'm going to be giving you a rundown of all of the screens that you can get to in OOTP Go and how they're going to relate to the importance of the game. So the first thing we're going to do is visit our manager's office, which you just go to by clicking the main screen and then manager's office. This is the screen that you'll see when your game loads up. It'll give you information on your last game, tasks that you might want to do, what your next game is going to be, and also access to your inbox and your most recent messages. The next thing we're going to do is check out our manager settings, which you can go to by clicking on main and then on manager settings. And from here, you can relegate control of certain tasks to the AI if you're not feeling up to handling certain things. So, for example, if you're not interested in signing international amateurs, you could simply click your name and then click the computer AI, and then it will take control for you. If you want to retain control of certain things, you'll just click on the computer AI and then click on your manager's name. Under here, you can also select your play mode. So if you want to go into Do Not Disturb and just simulate through without having to deal with day-to-day tasks, you can do so. You can also select when to exit autoplay from this page as well. Under your manager profile, you could change your manager name, your date of birth, what your time zone is, what ratings your league is relative to. So if you want to see how good a player is relative to AA, you can do it from there. And you can also see your news inbox here. So in this case, I want to see news for my whole league, so I'm just going to adjust it from this page. The next thing we're going to check out is the player search button, which will allow you to look through your entire league of players and essentially just see who's around. And in this case, we got the top player sorted by potential is Ronald Acuna Jr. You just click on him and you can see his page there. And of course, to sort through different players' pages, you can click on their ratings to see how they look on their ratings page. The stats will show how they've done throughout history. Their history here will tell you how they've done in the out of the park world. And the player editor will give information about their name, where they were born, when they were born, how tall they are, how much they weigh, what they bat and throw, and their position as well. The next important page we're going to view, or the next important button rather, is the load game button. So you could view any of your previous games by clicking on that button. And all you have to do to access it is click on that game and then click the OK button in the bottom right, and it will load up that game for you. You can also view your general settings page under the OOTP Go settings right there. And if you want to view any mail you've received, important messages, etc., you could do that from the mail tab on the top right here under main. You want to see your achievements, that's just underneath that right here. Available jobs will show you what teams you can apply to, where you can join. If you want to change to, say, the Twins from the Diamondbacks, you would scroll down to the Twins and click the Apply as GM and Manager button, and then be able to take over that organization. Your player shortlist will show you all the players that you have added to your shortlist. If you want to view them at any time, the Save Game button will save your game, which I recommend doing frequently to make sure you do not lose any data. Return to the main screen will take you back to the main screen. If you want to see how your team is doing in the league, you can go to the Standings button here under MLB. If you want to see how each team is doing statistically, you can view that under the Stats page. If you want to see a list of transactions made, in this case, this will take you to the transactions page. You can see all the free agents available here. So you can see Dave Robertson is the top overall free agent available. You can see the players that will be free agents at the end of the season, rather, on the upcoming free agents page. The trade block will give you a complete list of all the players on other teams on trade blocks, and the all players tab will just show you a complete list of players. You want to make a trade, you can go to the player trade page. You will select another team, and then you can start throwing players into the trade with the plus buttons. So let's say I want to make a trade for Logan Allen, and I'm going to throw in Nick Ahmed to make it happen. Also, you can click the... never mind. Here it is under the action button. We've got the make work, and this will show you all the players that you can throw in to complete a trade immediately. And the league rules and settings are also under the MLB button here at the bottom right. We've got your rating scale here under global. what you're going to have for your different ratings, how you will view your players. In this case, I've got the default 20 to 80 in stars, how often your game will autosave, what box scores are going to be saved as well, and what recaps, game logs, etc. You'll see your trading difficulty here at the bottom, so if you want to increase it, you can just click over towards the hard side. If you want to decrease it, you can click towards the easy side, and also whether veterans or prospects are favored under these settings. You go to your league page and you'll see the name of your league, the level of your league. If you have an affiliated league, you can click it from there. The rules are under this page. If you want to enable the designated hitter in the National League, you can do that from here. If you wanted to disable the draft or something along those lines, you can do that there as well. Finances will show you essentially how much everyone's getting paid, how much money is available to your teams. Options, if you wanted to, say, disable spring training, you can do that from this page. And then players will show you generated players from international amateurs, scouting discoveries per year, established free agents, and free agents from independent leagues that will come into your league every season. The strategy page will show you how often the AI is going to use their players, as well as certain variables among player usage. So, for example, the quick relief pitcher hook means that relievers are going to be pulled from their games more often, more quickly. Now, under your personal team, you can view the team home screen here, which will show you your schedule, who's doing well on your team, and how your team ranks statistically. If you want to see your transactions page, you can go here. It'll show you who's on your main roster and who's on your injured list, but you can view other things as well. So, for example, if I wanted to move somebody to promote them from AAA, I could select the aces and then just click the plus button and click the arrow down there and move them to the active roster. We can view the bullpen here, which will allow us to move players around. So let's say I wanted Taylor Clark to be a middle reliever instead of a long reliever. I can do that from this page. Our depth charts will show us our lineups, essentially, and we can click between each lineup here to set based on which league we're playing in, whether there's a designated hitter rule, and versus right or left-handed starting pitchers as well. Player strategy will allow you to set different strategies. So if I wanted to quick set a strategy, I could just click over here to increase everything by 1, for example. If you wanted to check out your hitting strategy rather than your pitching strategy, that's available under the hitting tab, which you just click right over there. If you wanted to see your lineups, you can do that here. This will allow you to move players around. And again, you've got versus different handedness, and depending on whether you've got a DH available to your team. If you wanted to see your finances, you can do that from the front office page. And if you wanted to customize your team, say, change the name or change the name of the ballpark or change the ballpark dimensions, you can do that from the page on the bottom right. And the play button will allow you to start simulating. So if you wanted to play up until the next game, that's at the top. If you wanted to play until opening day, that's down there. And you've got different landmarks that you could simulate to. And that's about it for just the general things that you can do in Out of the Park Go, the general pages that you can go to, and the things you have available to you. If you have any questions about the user interface in this game, be sure to reach out at the Out of the Park Developments or to myself. We would be more than happy to help you. And thanks for watching, guys.